Hi there. So, if you've ever been to See Me in Clinic, chances are I've probably told you about some meditation. So, this particular meditation that I'm going to go through today actually is one of the ones that works for most people the first time. So, if you haven't tried to meditate before, if you have been someone that has tried and hasn't found a meditation before, I really encourage you to try this particular one. So, firstly, I'm just going to go through a couple of things before we get into the meditation. The first one is you're going to get distracted, and that is perfectly normal. Thoughts are going to come into your head. That's also perfectly normal because your brain finds the space to be able to download all of that information that it didn't have the space for before. So that's okay. What we do is when you notice yourself getting distracted by something, acknowledge it and then come back to my voice or your breathing. If you find that your thoughts wander off, again, acknowledge that, come back to my voice or come back to the breathing. If you find that the thoughts are all coming in, acknowledge those. They can wait for 5 or 10 minutes. And again, come back to your breathing or come back to my voice. Now, the second thing with this meditation is that it's actually a little bit of movement, not very much, just a little bit of movement. So what I'm going to do is show you what you're going to do before we actually go into the meditation itself. Now, you might notice that there is actually no background sound as well with this meditation, and that's to show that you don't actually need the music to be able to do this as well. However, I'm probably going to re-record it with some music. Okay, so the spaces that we're going to place our hands. So we're going to take our right hand. Now remember that this is a recording, so you'll see it back to front. And we're actually going to place our hand over our left hip, over our left ribs, over our heart, over your shoulder, your forehead, the back of your head, the top of your head, and then come back down into your lap with your palms facing up like this. Okay, so let's get started. And I'll just invite you to take a couple of slow, deep breaths. Just to ground yourself in the here and now. Just ensure if you're sitting up that your feet are placed flat on the floor, unless you happen to have your legs crossed. You can also do this lying down if you want to. There's no right way to meditate. It's whatever works for you. So just take that couple of deep breaths and get yourself comfortable. And then when you are comfortable, I'll invite you to close your eyes. You don't have to, but taking away one of the sensory experiences will actually help. So just another nice, quiet, deep breath. And then take your hand and place it over your left hip. And say to yourself, I am the pure knowledge, or give me true knowledge about myself. And just take a few deep breaths while you've got your hand over your hip. And as you're breathing, you might notice your breath is cool on the intake and warms up on the outtake. And as you breathe, your body just relaxes that little bit more. And now move your hand up over your ribs, the bottom of your ribs there. And say to yourself, I am my own master, or make me my own master. And if it feels comfortable to do so, you can just press a little bit more firmly here, just like a little bit of positive affirmation. And now take your hand and place it over your heart. And now say to yourself, I am the spirit, I am the self, or I am pure awareness, whichever one feels right for you. I am the spirit, I am the self, or I am pure awareness. And take a few relaxing breaths here. Feel yourself drawing in that breath. Your chest rises. And on the way out, your chest collapses down. You'll notice that with each breath. And now bring your hand up over your shoulder. You might like to turn your head a little to the right if you're finding it a bit uncomfortable. And say to yourself, I am not guilty at all. Say this as many times as you need to, as sincerely as you can, as it's important to permit ourselves to grow and learn from our mistakes. You don't need to think of any specific incident or situation in your life. It's just about letting go of any guilt that you're holding within your body. I am not guilty at all. And now bring your hand up over your forehead. You can lean a little into your forehead if you'd like to. And say, I forgive. I forgive everyone and I forgive myself. And say this from your heart without thinking of any particular situation or person. And just feel the release of forgiveness. I forgive. I forgive everyone and I forgive myself. And now take your hand and place it at the back of your head, in line with your eyes. And you can lean back into your hand a little if you'd like to. And now say to yourself, please forgive me for any mistakes I have made knowingly or unknowingly, or for whatever I have done against myself, please forgive me. Again, don't think of any specific issues, just let it go and relax. So please forgive me for any mistakes I have made knowingly or unknowingly, or for whatever I have done against myself, please forgive me. And then bring your hand to the top of your head. You can stretch your fingers up a little and press your palm into your head if you'd like to, or you can just comfortably hold your head. You can also rub in a bit of a clockwise direction if that feels comfortable for you. Please give me the experience of mental silence. Please give me the experience of self-realization. Or please give me the experience of true meditation. And again, please give me the experience of mental silence. Please give me the experience of self-realization. Please give me the experience of self-meditation. And then slowly raise your palm till you're about 10 centimeters or so above your head and allow your attention to follow it. So you may feel a cool or a warm sensation, and that's okay. And if you don't, that's also okay. And you can focus on this sensation if you're feeling it for a little. And then bring your hands back down to your lap, just facing upwards. And just take a minute to explore the feeling of mental silence. And then when you're ready, just wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, take a breath, and open your eyes. Now, this meditation, this is an easy one for you to do at any stage. So please feel free to come back and visit this meditation as often as you like. Thank you.